What time is it? Please give a warm welcome to Olivia Olson, John DiMaggio, and Jessica Dicicco.
What was like your first reaction of getting onto the show? Like, who asked you, and like, what was your reaction to it?
Well, I know that I think I'm probably the one that was in. I was in the original pilot, so. I mean, you never know when someone asks you to do a new project if it's going to go or not, because I've done a lot of things that haven't been seen by anybody. But when a show goes, it's really great, and you know, it's a hit or miss thing. I mean, this show's been. It came originally Nickelodeon did it, and they passed on it, and Cartoon Network snatched it up, and so I mean. It's you never know, but it's always a joy to be cast in something.
Yeah, I had no idea what it was about whatsoever. So I was just excited that I booked a role. And it's just crazy how big it is now. I had no idea it would get to this magnitude.
Yeah, out of the three, I was probably the last one to join the cast. And when I did some research on Adventure Time, like when I was auditioning for it, I was like, this show is awesome. I need to be a part of this. And yeah, I was so happy when I found out that I got the part of Flame Princess. So it's been awesome.
For like a lot of fans, like they've all been like figuring out what the Mushroom War is. Is there anything that you can like tell us about it? Like if you know anything?
I got nothing. I got nothing, kid.
What's the Mushroom War?
I don't know what the Mushroom War is.
You might know more about the Mushroom War. What is it?
It's like a gigantic war that like basically spread nuclear waste around the entire planet, took out like a fifth of the entire
Way to
Earth.
bring us all down, kid. Nice job bringing on the apocalypse. Okay, how do you explain that to a 7-year-old? Wonderful.
Well, it's also how your character got his powers. So
That's true.
Basically, without it, you wouldn't
right.
even be in the show.
The show is pretty much about end of times.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
And dark.
But you know, it's also about. I also think it's about a boy who is very sick and is in a bed and can't wake up from his sleep, and his dog is sleeping beside him, and that's what he dreams about, the land of Ooh.
Is that your personal theory?
That's my personal theory.
Is that circulating?
That's circulating.
He's
At least
trying
now
to make it
is.
happen. He's
It's-
trying to make it happen.
now. It totally is now, right? Tweet that, yo. For reals.
If you could have any of your character's powers, what would you use them on?
I'd be the greatest robber in the world. I'm gonna take your stuff, baby. Oh yeah.
I'd just fly.
I don't know. I have the power of destruction, so I don't know what I would use that for. I don't think I'd want to use that.
Barbecue, the guy in the back says.
Yeah.
Barbecue?
That's good.
Flame Princess's barbecue. Come on down. We got ribs, brisket.
Oh, we need to
all
open
kinds
that.
of links. Come on down.
Someone needs to open that. That'd be awesome.
Yeehaw.
Hello, I think you guys are really, really awesome. And
Thanks.
I've been really, really wanting to know, like, what has been each of your funniest moments in the recording booth?
That exciting.
Let's see. Recording the my favorite episode with Jake and the babies. That was fun. I had some interesting studio time with Lou Ferrigno.
How does Lou Ferrigno get hired as a voice actor?
You know, you'd have to ask Penn and Kent that because they're fans of the Hulk.
Oh, is that okay?
And they were like, well, why don't we have Lou Ferrigno on? Totally. And they just wrote him in and they had him as Billy.
We've heard that story before on different shows. Apparently, when a director or producer gets to a certain level of achievement, then it's like any actor from their childhood they always wanted to work with.
Pretty much. Yeah, that's pretty much the rule.
I feel like there's a lot of that on the show.
Yeah, I think there is. They have, yeah.
That's how George Takei got to be Ricardio.
Oh, my. Yes, indeed. George Takei.
And were you all in the room together to record that?
I've been in the room with him once.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
I think that says it all.
I don't think there's anything specific of like a funny moment, but anytime we say something like trying not to be like trying to make it off mic, our engineer will usually pick it up and it'll be really embarrassing and it'll be silent. He'll just play it back to like screw with us.
Yes. There's a lot of naughty talk.
Which makes every episode fun.
Yes.
Every recorded session.
Yes, that's true.
Well, my question is to all three of you, and I just want to ask, what was the strangest line you had to read?
Strangest line? Dude, be calmed by my saliva. That one comes to mind.
Mine was probably, it's just that your magic air is making me sad.
Wow, really?
That was, yeah,
What
you guys.
kind of magic air is that?
It's a fart.
Probably just any time I have to be like, that's it's very difficult.
How involved is Pendleton Ward in the recording process?
Well, he records
Oh yeah, I know, Lumpy Space Princess.
Lumpy Space Princess. I'm my club. And which is funny because I do Banana Guard, and Banana Guard is me just doing an impression of Penn doing Lumpy Space Princess. So anytime you hear the Banana Guard, just think, wow, that's somehow related to Lumpy Space Princess. But he's in the recording booth to record his stuff. And, you know, sometimes he's in the recording booth.
Every once in a while,
Every
he'll
once
pop
in a
in,
while.
make sure we're doing our jobs properly.
Yeah, right.
I've seen him once at like my first record, and that was it. He vanished into the Cartoon Network building.
Yeah, he's got
That
a
was
big
it.
beard, and he's like, hey, John. How are you?
I do love, it seems he puts a lot of himself into the show, and that's what I think is amazing about watching it.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. There is a lot of him, and he brings a lot of his own mind to the show. I mean, he's really just a brilliant guy.
Yeah, apparently he grew up like playing Dungeons and Dragons
Oh, yeah.
and Magic: The Gathering, and
yeah.
I feel like the show reflects that.
Yeah, he's pretty funny.
Is Fiona and Cake gonna come back?
Yeah, I think so. Hey, you know the cool thing about Fiona and Cake is that some fan wrote in and created Fiona and Cake, created an alternate world, and Penn loved it, so Penn created it. So if you write in something and you write an idea about the show, you never know. I mean, if you think you can come up with an idea, you know, why not send it in?
Yeah, Meow too. The
Meow.
Meow was a 5-year-old drew a little picture and sent it to Penn, and he's like, we have to use this exact drawing as a character.
Yep, that's right. Meow.
The Doodle Cat.
Yes, the Doodle Cat.
It's a very fan-responsive show.
Thanks for your question.
Okay, come here.
Hello.
Hello. How close are you in friendship with Jeremy Shada?
How close am I in friendship with Jeremy Shaw?
Take that regular show beanie off now.
Like seriously?
No,
I'm kidding.
no, keep it on.
JK. JK.
No, Jeremy, listen. Jeremy and I have known each other since the beginning of the show. He took over the role from his brother. His brother was the original Jake, his older brother, but, Finn, sorry. He was the original Finn, and he went through puberty, and his voice changed. So his brother came in and read it, and now Jeremy is Finn.
I wonder if there's sibling rivalry.
And he plays Finn so well. Jeremy is such a sweet kid. I've watched him grow up. He's a good friend of mine.
Started when he was like 12,
Yeah,
right?
he started when he was like 12, and now he's 16. He's all grown up. The girls love him. They think he's so cute.
Will you sing the bacon pancake song for me?
Will I sing the bacon pancake song?
Hold on.
Sure.
Hold on. Because we went through this yesterday. So for the benefit of John, would everybody ask him at the same time to sing it? And we're going to do it once.
All right.
All right. Would
No. Ready? Making bacon pancakes. I take some bacon and I put it in a pancake. Bacon pancake, that's what it's gonna make. Bacon pancakes. Yay! Awesome.
I'm thinking we get one of our rave DJs from last night with a little unst.
Drop the super mix.
You would have such a radio hit with that.
Oh yeah. Well, it
probably exists.
You guys know about the New York mix of that song? Somebody mixed it with Alicia Keys' New York State of Mind. It's pretty dope, actually.
There's also like Lemon Grab dubstep and a Flame Princess dubstep song.
Are you serious?
They're so good. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Especially,
totally cool.
I wish we could play it. Yeah, and I
love it.
DJ sometimes at the conventions, actually, with Olivia, and we'll play like Adventure Time theme music. It's so good.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that. Hi.
Hi, I have a question for Olivia. What's your favorite song that Marceline sings, and would you sing it for us?
Sure. I like all of her songs, but
Sing all of them.
We'll be here for the next hour.
we would be here for a while. I think one of my newer favorites is the Daddy's Little Girl song. And it goes a little something like this. I know you just want to give your little girl the world, but Daddy, I'm not just your little girl. I got my own life, I got my own plans. I hope you understand and like the way that I am. I want your respect and I want to be here, but I don't want to rule the nightosphere.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
What's the inherent difference when people come up to you between a Futurama fan and an Adventure Time fan? What kinds of fans does each show draw?
The age difference. Yeah. The age difference. Futurama. But you know, it's funny because like people like watch, like some people started watching Adventure Time because they knew about Futurama, or they knew about Kim Possible, or they knew about. It's weird. Like people are like, I've been watching you and following you. It's like, wow, that's really cool. I really appreciate that. But like, I don't know. It's definitely a younger demographic with Adventure Time, but people like are watching Futurama and Adventure Time with their kids, which I think is really cool because there's something for everyone to laugh at. You know, there's elements in both shows that appeal to all audiences. You know, what's this?
There's also parts that like tear your heart out, like Futurama, Fry's Dog, Adventure Time, Simon and Marcy episode.
Why you got to bring us all down, dude? Spoiler alerts. Nah, you know, it's.
Adventure Time has really been a big fan sensation. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you guys know it, but the first year it came out, none of the senior staff at Supercon knew anything about it. It was you guys showing up in costume that made us all go, oh, I think we need to book these guys next year.
But that's, I mean,
the number of costumes kept growing year by year by year.
Yeah, I mean, hot topic. Thank you. But yeah, I mean that's the thing about the show is that the fans really did it. Cartoon Network put it out with a lot of faith in it, and the fans chomped at the bit and really have embraced the show. We have to thank you all for being fans of the show. Thank you. Give yourselves a round of applause for crying out loud. We appreciate that.
And one more question before I go. What is your opinion on the rest of Cartoon Network, and do you know anything about any upcoming shows?
Wow. I'm sorry. I'm not an executive.
Well, Rebecca Sugar, her show just premiered.
Rebecca Sugar's show,
Steven Universe.
Steven
Has
Universe.
anybody seen that? You guys like it? She came from Adventure Time.
As far as the other shows on the network go, I would definitely back them up if I was asked to be on a version of Battle of the Network Stars. It'd be Adventure Time and regular show.
The studio that you record Adventure Time in, is that part of Cartoon
that's
Network?
Part of Cartoon Network. That's in Burbank.
So are there other shows working down the hall in Studio B?
No, there's only Studio A, and there's 4-hour allotments of time for studio time. So one morning might be regular show, and in the afternoon might be Adventure Time or whatever, or who's ever recording in that particular booth. I mean, there's also places that they record out of studio, but they have a perfectly good studio.
So you don't see a lot of those guys. Not a lot of passing them in the hall.
Actually, a little bit, yeah, definitely. their offices are right there. So
Is there any pranking from show to show?
not really. I wish I could say like we had this one time we filled up this whoopee cushion that was like no, but we got nothing.
This question's for you, John. What's it like working with the greatest actor ever, Zoidberg?
Ah, yes. What's it like working with Zoidberg? Everyone loves Zoidberg, except everyone. Oh. Billy West is one of my favorite people on the planet. Billy West does the voice of Zoidberg and Fry and the Professor and everything. He's also the Red M&M. He used to be the Cheerios Honey Nut Bee. He was Bugs Bunny in Space Jam, but he was most everybody knows him from Ren and Stimpy. He played both characters. He's brilliant. He's one of the greatest. I love Billy. He's awesome. He's been here before. I've been here with Billy before. Yeah, and Zoidberg is just Zoidberg's my favorite character on Futurama. I mean, it's just why not Zoidberg? Young lady, get me the sandwich out of the dumpster and leave the maggots on it.
I'm a voice actress in training. I have an acting coach from LA.
Oh yeah.
I have a couple of questions about voice acting.
Okay.
How did you get into voice acting? All three of you.
The lottery. No. I got into it because I was doing stand-up and I wanted to do something different, and I did character voices in my act, and I talked to my manager and I said I wanted to do some voiceover, and they got me a voiceover agent, and I booked my first audition, and the rest is history. I think, but the most important thing is that I'm an actor. Like that's you have to be an actor to be a voice actor. So remember that. And yeah, that's
No,
because
I'm not an actor.
Well, yeah, you are.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you are.
You were in Love Actually.
Yeah, you are.
Does everybody remember Love Actually?
You guys
She was
remember
the little
Love-
girl who
she's the little
sang.
girl who sang.
And the one line I said in that, yes, I do.
Yeah, but still, I mean,
That's on IMDb.
You get it.
There's a
Get it.
long tradition of turning
You're being
singers
too
into
modest.
actors.
You're
Well,
being
no,
too
I got
modest.
into voice acting because of my singing voice, in all honesty. I would have never booked any of these gigs if it wasn't for these pipes right here.
And I've been acting. I grew up in New York acting, and then I had an audition with people in LA to be like a 4-year-old bear. And I had a call back, and I was still in New York, and they were in LA. And I go into the studio, and I'm like, "Hi, this is Jessica," and they're like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry, we have the wrong Jessica." And I'm like, "No, this is me." And then I did the voice, and they.
What'd that bear sound like?
I think that was a very little bear like this, and I think he sounded about 4 years old.
And so I tricked Disney. They believed that I was a kid, and then he was like, "Come to LA when you're, move to LA," and I did that. And then my first series was the Buzz on Maggie, and I played Maggie on that one. So it was just like, welcome to animation.
Okay, this is the last question. What age did you start acting?
9.
8.
9.
Okay, thank you.
Is there any fun stories you'd like to share with us from the studio? Or
Fun stories to share from the studio. Let's see.
it could be about yourselves if you want.
Well, I'll tell you this. Going to work for me is like, remember being a kid, like maybe 5th or 6th grade, and you finished all your homework, and you're all ready for school, and you got enough sleep, and you woke up, and it was a good morning. You had like bacon and eggs for breakfast, and then you show up at school, and there's a substitute teacher, and you have all your homework done, so you're able to hand it in real quick, and then she hands out the assignment that's supposed to last all day, and you do it in like 15 minutes, and you're done, and all of a sudden you have the whole rest of the day to sit and talk with the kid you got
That's very
separated from.
elaborate.
You got separated from all the
That's
time
dead
in
on.
class because you talk too much, and then you get to sit next to him, and you sit there and talk all day, but you don't really bother anybody else in the class. So the substitute teacher can't really tell you to like stop playing around because your work is all done, and then you have lunchtime, and then you go to recess. And recess, you play kickball, and it's freaking awesome because it's like 72 degrees out. There's a blue sky, and it's really cool. And then right after recess, you go to gym. And gym, you play kickball again, and it's awesome. And then after you go kickball, you go back to class, and the windows are all open, and you got that fresh spring air smell, and you just hang out for the next 45 minutes, and you get your assignment for homework, and you finish it before you even leave for home, and then the bell rings, and you run outside, and it's awesome. And that's what a day is
Ditto.
like.
Have you ever used your voices for fun, like in a drive-thru, for example?
Actually, yeah. I have a story. I was about 17 years old, and me and my friend were going through the drive-thru in my hometown, which was predominantly black. And I grew up like.
That funny?
No,
Like
no. I mean,
what
it's
was
fine.
it, the lull of the
but it
laughter?
was, I was a minority, and I got called Richie Cunningham a lot growing up. The adults know what I'm talking about. I was driving through the drive-thru with my friend, and we pull up, and I'm like, wait. And the woman's like, "Welcome to Burger King. Can I help you?" I was like, "Yeah, let me get a, huh? Yeah, let me get a Whopper Jr. and, what else do you, hold on, baby, I'm coming, wait. Let me get a small onion ring. Small onion ring. Yeah, that's right. And, an orange drink. I want a medium orange drink. Okay, so you want a Whopper Jr., small onion rings, and a medium orange drink? Yeah, baby, that's right. How much is that?
Oh, my.
That's $3.98. Please drive around. So we pull around, and we pull up to the thing, and she's like, "That'll be $3.98." Oh no, he did not. $3.98.
Are you ever planning on making a Adventure Time movie one day?
Ooh.
I hope so.
I hope so too.
That'd be kind of awesome.
That'd be kind of
We
great.
don't know. One question. Which one of the Jake's babies is your favorite?
Jake Jr., come on.
How about yours two? How about you two? Which one's your favorite?
Which one is your favorite Jake baby?
Oh,
I also like the one that's the kind of the
the
rainicorn
one
with
with
no
that looks.
eyes.
I don't know the names of them,
Yeah,
but the
I
one that
can't-
looks
yeah.
more like rainicorn.
Yeah,
That
she's
one's
cool.
cute.
There's Viola, Kim
But I love them all
Go-wan,
equally.
and TV, and Jake Jr. That's what they're for.
Oh, that's right. She knows.
So I
it.
think it's Viola.
Yeah, it is
Okay,
Viola.
yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Can you sing the Fry song?
The Fry song.
I knew that was coming.
What's the Fry song? Wait a minute. Oh, that's the Fry song. Do it.
Daddy, why did you eat my fries? I bought them and they were mine. But you ate them, yeah, you ate my fries. And I cried, but you didn't see me cry. Daddy, do you even love me? Well, I wish you'd show it, 'cause I wouldn't know it. What kind of dad eats his daughter's fries and doesn't even look her in the eyes? Daddy, there were tears there. If you saw them, would you even care?
That was Daddy, Did You Eat My Fries by Marceline from Adventure Time, shooting at the charts.
Yeah, the show's weird.
The
so
show is totally weird.
It's gonna have weird lines.
It's going to have totally weird lines.
And one of the things that's not quite conveyed to the fans very well is that you guys watch the episodes over and over and over, and you recorded it once.
Yeah, and sometimes I don't have
Exactly.
time to watch the show. So, I mean, the things I remember are like vaguely from the recordings, and we don't have to memorize the lines. So, unlike a television script where you rehearse and rehearse and rehearse and rehearse and do it,
We're just reading.
we're just reading off the script. So it's
And we
hard.
get it like the night before.
Yeah. We get it the night before. We read it, figure out, okay, that's okay, cool. And then you go to the studio and you read it.
In your brain and then right back out.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's not, So
But a lot of the times, I mean, we'll record multiple shows in one day, so it's kind of like you totally block out that, and then you go record the next one. So it's like
yeah,
blur,
it blends together.
But,
yeah.
But I tell you, there's a lot of laughs. We laugh a lot. We laugh a lot in the studio, especially when Jake farts. And those are my farts, by the way, not actual farts, but me like. That was the one right there. That last one, that was a Jake fart.
That was the one from
That's
when
a
he
Jake
was in the
Pocket fart.
pocket. Yeah.
That's a Jake Pocket fart right there. You heard it here first. I'm telling you. That's right. Animate Miami bringing it. Woo!
Exclusive.
Hold on. Let me get it one time. There it is right there. Bam. Double. Got a double right there.
What are the main differences that you see between voice acting for video games and voice acting for cartoons, and what is more
The
fun?
main difference between voice acting for video games and voice acting for cartoons is the sheer amount of dialogue that you have to speak for a video game. You know, when you're recording a television show, you're doing it for like 11 minutes or 22 minutes worth of content. With a video game, you're recording every player option and non-player option, you're basically filling out the world with sound
And multiple death sounds.
Yeah, I mean all that
scenarios.
stuff. And there's I think it was Final Fantasy. When I finished Final Fantasy 10-2, which was weird. It's like when I call it 12. Said they call it like Final Fantasy 10-2. What? But I actually, at the end of my recording session that day, it was an 8-hour session. Actually, it was a couple of 8-hour sessions. I made snow angels in the script on the ground because I was just delirious, and I threw it all up in the air and it all landed, and I lay down on the studio floor and did snow angels in it.
What?
It's pretty ridiculous. Oh, that's right. We're in Florida. You guys don't really get snow angels.
Can you do this one quote for me? I always have room for ice cream.
I always have room for ice cream.
Thank you.
Totally.
Do you ever hang out with Jay-Z Quinto and the regular show crew when they're passing through, and do you like the show, and would you like to guest star sometimes? Because I know one of the actors, like the dude to Benson, was in one episode.
You know what? Those guys are pretty cool. I've actually done like Cartoon Network events with them. They're really good guys, and the regular show guys are funny, and they have a good voice cast, and they're great. They've been doing really, really well, and for good reason. It's a good show. They're all Cal Arts guys, and a lot of the young artists at Cartoon Network are Cal Arts guys.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Alex Hirsch, who created Gravity Falls, went to Cal Arts. JG went there.
JG.
Penn went there.
Yeah. They all
I know
did.
there are so many more, but
Yeah, I mean that's a breeding ground
those
for
are some
talent for
major
Cartoon
shows.
Network. So if any aspiring artists in the room, check out Cal Arts for an education in arts.
This is for the ladies. What do you think about acting like interesting female characters, not just stand there and do nothing? They're actually funny and interesting.
yeah, I mean, they're amazing. I love the female characters on Adventure Time. They're just so dynamic, and they're real because they have, they're not just simple, sweet girls. Like, they have personalities. And
So many shows will just kind of have the female characters just so that they're there, but in Adventure Time they really make sure that they have depth and
we
personalities.
rule our own worlds.
Yeah, we're all princesses and queens and duchesses and stuff.
There's no victims. Yeah. They're all very empowered female characters. That's one of the cool things about the Land of Ooh.
LSP is kind of a victim.
Yeah, but
If I may.
But LSP is a victim because her world is a victim. You know what I mean? So everybody in LSP's world is putting the blame on somebody else.
Since Finn and Jake had a cameo in Futurama, is there any chance that Bender would have a cameo in Adventure Time?
Yeah. Well, that's up to the people at Adventure Time and the people at Futurama and how they're willing to share the characters and figure out that copyright.
Resurrect the characters.
Oh, resurrect, sure. Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw on Futurama when they brought in Finn and Jake. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was Finn and Jake are chained to a wall in a dungeon, and and Bender's coming through the room, and they're pinned up on the wall, and Finn and Jake says to Bender, "What time is it?" And Bender says, "It's time for you to shut your face." But what's cool is that, Matt Groening is a big fan of Adventure Time, and yeah, he's a huge fan of Adventure Time, and actually Pendleton Ward's mother, who's a very interesting character, brought Penn to Matt Groening's door when he was about 12 or 13, and was like, "Hi, this is my son Pendleton. He wants to be an artist. How can you help him?" And it's funny. I brought Matt on stage at Comic-Con in San Diego, and he told that story the first time we had 1,000 people at our panel, and it was great. And he came out before the panel even started. I brought him out. It was awesome. And so who knows? I mean, I'd love to have Bender show up and be like, "So this is the land of Ooh, huh? Pretty neat."
Do you guys normally use in the studio what they call a reference?
Yeah,
Yes.
And yeah.
Explain to them a
that's the
reference
thing.
take.
Well, when we come to do a recurring character that we've done, we have to make sure that it sounds like the first time we did it. So we'll get a voice reference. So if you gave me a voice reference of the Juggernaut right now, I could totally do the Juggernaut. But I don't remember what I did for the Juggernaut, so I can't do the Juggernaut.
Yeah, in this studio they have a library of every
voice
single
you've
character.
had, and they'll just play. They'll be like, "Hold on a minute, wait, look for
2 seconds.
There you go. There it is.
Can you sing Problem?
Problem? Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
It's like, let me film this. Yeah. La da 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 da, I'm gonna bury you in the ground. La da 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 da, I'm gonna bury you with my sound. I'm gonna drink the red from your pretty pink face. I'm gonna. Oh, you don't like that? Or do you just not like me? Sorry, I don't treat you like a goddess. Is that what you want me to do? Sorry, I don't treat you like you're perfect, like all your little loyal subjects do. Sorry, I'm not made of sugar. Am I not sweet enough for you? Is that why you always avoid me? Must be such an inconvenience to you. Well, I'm just your problem. I'm just your problem.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
What's your favorite musical number from the show?
Favorite musical number?
That one.
Yeah, that's a pretty one. I like that one.
I think the one where we all sing together at the end of What Was Missing, the best friends in the world. That's
Oh,
kind
that
of
was a good
fun.
one.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Hi, I have a question for Olivia. Can you sing my sister happy birthday?
This came up earlier, and there's a few other birthdays out there. Can we get the 3 characters
Sure.
to
What's your
sing
name?
character voices?
Layla.
Okay, so this is Marceline and Jake.
Jake the dog and Flame Princess.
It's happy birthday. Flame Princess can sing happy birthday.
One,
2,
3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Layla. Happy birthday to you.
Right?
This is her first
Can I get some of
con
that?
ever.
Yeah. Sweet. Yeah, I like that harmony, right? Yeah.
That was nice, dog. That was real nice.
It's all right.
I didn't know you had that in you.
All-state chorus. I'm sorry. Had to come out.
All right, then, ladies and gentlemen, let's give another big round of applause.
Hooray!
What time is it?
Adventure time!
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.